don't think of myself as judgmental, but I am a Libra. I am a Libra. I'm judgmental. I'm I I too am judgmental. I too. I was just watching my one of my other videos. I was literally just watching a video of my own and I was like, "Wow. Why am I so judgmental?" It was like the first like I mean, like whatever. It was when I was talking about farting. It was when I was talking about farting, I was being really judgmental towards people who are uncomfortable by farting. And today I was talking about like at my yoga Sunday, we were talking about at the end like being a hater. And then I watched it. I was like, I don't know, like I don't think of myself as a hater. I don't think of myself as a hater. But of course anyone can be judgmental, right? Anyone. Cuz being judgmental is like just in a moment. Like it feels like there's no harm because it's just a moment. It's just a moment and then you don't think about it ever to a certain extent. It's interesting. It's interesting. We were talking about being a hater and just like it just takes energy, you know. When you're hating on someone or passing judgment, it's taking your energy, right? It's taking your energy from you because it takes energy to talk about people. And why would you give someone your energy if you don't like what they're doing or you're not about it? Sometimes, yes, it's important to look at like public figures and people who generally have power and to dissect what they're putting their energy towards. But for our average everyday Joe, you're expending energy by talking about somebody else when you don't even like what they're doing. So you don't like what they're doing, but you are spending your valuable energy on them essentially by talking about them. Nobody's telling you, nobody's saying that you have to ignore them or ignore what they're doing. But if it's not worth it, if like nothing you're doing is like, even making a dent or impacting them, like then it's not actually constructive. And then it becomes a choice to expend your energy on something or not. And nobody's asking again to ignore it. But, once you stop giving something energy in like your precious thoughts and like the what you end up speaking about, then, it changes the relationship and the dynamic of that thing. Like in my head, I was like, I'm not a hater, like I'm not a hater. But then I just watched this video today and about me farting and stuff. And I was like, wait, like look at me judgmental. And I was like, I too am judgmental. Like I too am judgmental. And I don't want to. I want to I just don't think of myself as judgmental, but I am a Libra. I am a Libra. I don't really think of myself as judgmental though, and I think I am probably on the less judgmental side of like people on a spectrum. I think I'm definitely like on the less judgment side for sure. But I guess I still got a little in me. For example, for people who care about manners, I am a bit judgmental. I mean, and you know what? Judgments aren't bad necessarily. Not entirely, at least. It's okay to have judgments. What matters is how you treat people according to those judgments. And how you treat everyone is important. You should treat everyone the same, honestly. I'm at least that's I'm a believer of that. The practice of that is obviously a different thing, but I am a believer of you should treat everyone the same. I am judgmental sometimes. That is a part of my shadow as well. Why am I judgmental? I guess I'm judgmental because I have a standard for myself. I have a standard for myself and I hold myself to that. And I guess I'm judgmental because since I hold myself to that, I also want to hold other people do that. But I don't really have the right to hold other people to this standard that I'm holding myself. I don't really got to do all that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we're just humans. We're just humans trying our best. And as long as we're not actively hurting anyone, like out for blood, out to hurt people, unless we're not out to hurt people for real, like need to have so much more compassion. Like the world would be a better place if we all just had a little bit more compassion, and like that includes to ourselves. In fact, we need to have compassion for ourselves, like first, you know? And that's like the gateway to having compassion for everyone, because like, come on, guys, we're just humans trying our best. Like, if you're not actively out for blood, then why do I need to have anything against you? You know what I mean? It's like, when did we be okay with judging people so much? Well, maybe it's because we live in a society where it's telling you to swipe left or right on people. And I've been there. I've been there. Very recently, might I add you, like, I'm not above that shit. I'm not above Hinge, okay? You know what I mean? Look, maybe that's why we have such an easy time judging people, cuz that's what they're programming us to do. Like I was talking to my other friend, I was talking to my I was, I was talking about, hey, no, I can't. I was talking about N-word. I was talking about N-word the other day, and we were talking about everything in psyop. I was talking to, okay, here's the tea. I was talking to my N word the other day, and I was trying to explain to this N word. I'm cracking myself up at the way I was talking to my N word the other day, and this N word never heard of the term psyop, and I was explaining it to them, and I was like, yeah, everything's a psyop, basically. They were like, oh, everything's a psyop. So then they start laughing, and I'm laughing. I'm like, yeah, everything's a psyop. And we're just laughing because everything really be a psyop. Like, everything's a psyop, bro. Anyway, so yeah, that's why we love to judge people, because we're in the matrix. Like, I'm just trying to break out of this. I'm judgmental because I'm also judging myself of like, I'm trying to break out of the matrix. Are you with me or no? You know what I mean? And that's kind of where we're at right now in like society, I feel like. And I just like to open people's minds up. I like to hoo hoo ha ha, what's in here, what's in there. I like to dissect. That's my thing. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad trait to have. Okay? There's nothing wrong with liking to, take things all in. Take things in and process them. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's something I love about myself because I care deeply. I like to fully process things, okay? So there's nothing wrong with that. But when we are doing that, like, because sometimes I feel bad because I feel like I open people's eyes to things. I'm like, hey, like this thing that you do, like, is like not that good for you. Like, I open people's eyes, and sometimes that can be like invasive. Sometimes, and it's like most of the time people don't care because most of the time people are like, yeah, I'm happy that you opened my eyes to this. I'm happy that you did, like, most of the time I'm not wrong, but that doesn't mean I gotta go all in deep like that, quick, quick, quick. I don't need, like, sometimes people are not ready. It can be traumatizing. You know what I mean? Like, if you do it in a wrong way or in a way that's not proper. Yeah, and I definitely been there. I made that mistake, bro. I made that mistake. And the thing is, like, you don't gotta, because when you sit up on your high horse like that, you actually become disconnected. When you're so judgmental and you're being a hater and you sit up on your high horse, you become so disconnected from the people. And you, and then it's like kind of like you're distancing yourself a bit in that, like, kind of, you're giving yourself that authority of like, I know what's proper and stuff. There's a TikTok that I watched that was talking about it that was really good. I can't recreate it, but it was just like, ooh, like you're setting yourself up on that pedestal, and you're kind of distancing yourself from people. So then you lose that compassion. That's what happens when we're too judgmental, or just in general when we become comfortable passing judgments on people and openly hating, honestly. Like, it's one thing to pass judgments, but then once you start treating people differently and then you start openly hating, like it becomes like, where's the line? We don't know. We don't know where the line is. you know do we know where it is? No. And that's why it's not so, it's antithetical, if you will. Did I use that word properly? I'm not gonna look it up. My phone's like dead somewhere. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's charging. Yay. Okay. I think it's bedtime for me. And we'll see what's up. Oh, subscribe, by the way, and watch another one of my think pieces. I swear I'm really eloquent sometimes. Like, just trust me, bro. Bye.